guys, welcome back to another Noob Review video. My name's Craig, and as always, I'm joined by my good friend, Mr. Paul. Paul, say she sells seashells on the seashore.
Seashells on the seashore.
I'm sure you said she-shell. Right, today we are reviewing one of the older versions of Need for Speed, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit, and to be fair, I'm not the biggest fan of the Need for Speed genre, should I say.
Admittedly, neither am I, but this game, I actually loved. I really loved this version of Need for Speed, the Hot Pursuit game, because it was basic, but the graphics were great, the gameplay was fun. It wasn't realistic.
Oh god, no! As we just see now, if you did that to any other car, you'd be like dead.
I just thought the auto log system, which is obviously the map where you choose what race you want to do, was very easy to navigate. The cars, there was a lot of cars to choose from. In certain races, you couldn't do certain cars. You had to go with a certain car, or you had very few selections.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought this one was a lot better than the ones that they brought out now.
To be fair, it is one of the better of the series. I do like you get to play as the police, and also you get to play as the racers, and you do get weapons as well, which, you know what I mean, I do enjoy. Granted, some of them are a little unrealistic. It like harks back to like the Fast and Furious type.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, the good thing as well is the fact that each level's got like it's got three medals, hasn't it? It's got the gold merit and gold merit and.
Come on, it's in there.
Oh,
Silver.
Silver. Why couldn't I even think of silver?
Yeah,
oh
you know, it's...
I wouldn't be a good wise man, would I?
Oh god, no.
Yeah, and the main objective, if you're a bit of an achievement hunter or a trophy hunter like ourselves, was to get gold on each.
Yeah, and to be fair, it didn't take much to get gold. To be fair, just a few.
There were one or two tricky races where you cut it close. You were seconds away from getting your silvers. But the majority of races were fairly easy to get that gold on. But you had your weapons and stuff, which we'll see a little bit more footage of later. But all the courses, a lot of the courses overlap. But as you can see that barrier there on the left-hand side, some races you'll go left at that turning rather than straight on, and there'll be a barrier at the straight on. So pretty much the entire map is joined together. It's just cut off in sections where you have to go different ways.
But it wasn't open world, and not like a few of the later versions.
No, you don't just stay on the road and drive around to find a race. Like I say, the auto log system is a map of the island, and you choose your race, whether you want to do it as the criminal by driving whatever car, getting away from the police, or just in a general race. Or you go as the police and you hunt the races down, or you do your little time trial things.
Yeah, like I think the police's was called intercept. You had to get to an incident in a certain amount of time.
No, the intercept was where you had a single racer in front of you.
Oh,
and
you had to get
take them down. Yeah.
What's the mode I'm thinking of?
I don't know. It was like a time trial.
Yeah, it was like the police version
it had
time
a name,
trial,
didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you had to get there without having an accident, which I did great at.
Yeah, each time you had a little knock, it added seconds to your time, and it was a bit of a pain in the arse. But as you can see, this is
one of my favourite game modes, actually. The pursuit. Basically, you're a policeman and you're gonna take them all down, and which I do.
Yeah, I mean, out on the left-hand side there, in the bottom left-hand side corner, you can see your arsenal basically loading up. You've got your EMP, your helicopter, your roadblock, and your spikes, and you've got 3, 2, 3, 3 of each weapon.
Yeah.
Once you've called it in, you have to wait a little bit for it to load up. Obviously, the helicopter's taking the longest time. Don't know why, 'cause it's quite crap.
Oh no, the helicopter got a couple on this race for me. Look at that, got him.
Yeah, but I prefer the spike. I think the spike's really easy to hit with. But as you can see in the middle, at the top there, you've got your rear view mirror, and you can see the people behind you. So when you're using your spike strip, it's really easy to get them, like you just did, yeah. But it was, I thought it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this game, Paul. I'm not going to lie. I thought.
I know you did. I know you did.
And when Rivals came out for the later generation consoles, I was so disappointed because I was just like, it's not the same. And what was the one that came out after this? The Run. The Run was fucking awful.
God, what? I think I lasted about a race on that before I turned it off.
I don't even think I finished the beginning. I was just like, this is bloody awful. I need to turn it off. They took the Need for Speed franchise and just went downhill with it. It's a bit like what Call of Duty did to Modern Warfare, or what Ubisoft did to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they just tried to hark them out, try and knock them out every year.
Yeah, they tried to change the formula
basically.
that was working for them for some reason, and they just sent it down the crapper. which is unfortunate because, like I say, I love this game. I thought the drifting system was brilliant. It was so far-fetched and unrealistic.
Yeah.
But that's what made it fun.
Yeah, great. I prefer games like Turismo, the more realistic racing games where you have to set up your car, you know, your dampers, your suspension, everything. To make your car.
Realism in games is great, and I'm all for it. But there are times when you just want a bit of stupid silliness.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
To be fair, this game did
This
give it.
is one of them. And I think that's why I enjoyed it so much, because nowadays games are trying to be as realistic as possible. So you kind of miss the sense of being a bit of a prat and doing a bit silly stuff on a track. And I think that's why I love this game so much, because it allowed us to go back to that point where...
Yeah, I'm thinking Project Cars, if you make a tiny little mistake in that, you're done. Your race is finished.
Yeah, I didn't rate Project Cars very much, but I'm sure we will review that at a
we
later
will
date. But yeah, this is... It's a different ballpark to that sort of game because, like I say, it's more fun, foolish, unrealistic. But at the same time, in terms of graphics, they tried to make it as realistic as possible.
To be fair, I can't complain with the graphics on this at all. It does look nice. It flows. There's no jerkiness, no buffering. It's just very, very, nice place to be.
Yeah, this is on our PlayStation 3 console, and it wasn't even that late into the console's release that this came out.
Yeah, it's about the middle of the run, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was already showing the potential of the PS3 halfway through its release, And I first played this at a friend's house, and I didn't like Need for Speed up until this point. I liked Underground.
I played Underground. To be fair, I did play Underground, but as I say, same with you, I do prefer this one. A couple of the later ones, I kind of dithered about with, on the Vita and stuff like that, which was kind of a nice distraction.
My personal thing is, I don't think I like the open world type of thing where you have to drive around looking for certain things. I think I like it when you just pick your race and do it.
You do it, yeah. I do prefer the open world. I do like open world games where it's like, it's your choice. You can do what you want instead of the game telling you.
Yeah, and that's what I prefer about Need for Speed, is the fact that you get to decide what you want to do instead of having to drive around and look for it.
Yeah.
I prefer it to just be a straight menu of saying, you've got this race available, this race available, this race available, or whatever. And that's why I like Underground as well.
You like the simplicity of it. You like, and basically, you just doing certain races.
Yeah.
Going up in skill level and unlocking better and better cars.
Yeah, that pretty much, yeah. Leveling up, I'm alright with, and all that sort of stuff. But it's the point of having to drive around a huge open world map and look for little races and not being able to advance until certain ones are done.
Races have been done.
I think that's good, but for a Need for Speed arcade racer like this,
yeah, and that's what it is. It's an arcade.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why this game captured me so much, because it got it right for myself.
Yeah.
I'm sure people out there will disagree with me. They'll think,
oh yeah, they will. I disagree with you.
The people out there will prefer to do the driving around larky, but personally, for a racer game, I just prefer to just do the races. I don't prefer to drive around looking for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I prefer them to be there.
I completely understand that point of view of it.
Yeah. But to sum up the game, I think
graphically it's very nice.
No issue whatsoever with the graphics. I think the graphics are brilliant for the time that this came out.
The gameplay, the way the car acts, is a little too cartoony for my liking.
It's very far-fetched.
Yes.
But it's fun at the same time.
Granted, yes, it is fun, but again, it's too arcadey for my likings.
Yeah. But personally, I kind of like it. That's why I'm so fond of this game. In terms of story, there isn't a story on it. It's just basically you're either the cops or the bad guys.
Yeah.
And you take the cops out or you take the bad guys out. One or the other.
Yeah. And you've got to do races in certain times or do certain objectives within the races.
Yeah, you've got to do certain things within certain time limits.
It won't tax your intellect playing this game.
No, absolutely not. It's just your basic racer, and
it's pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Floor it. Hope for the best.
There are trophies and achievements, I think, if this was out on the Xbox.
Yeah, it will be, yeah.
It's fairly easy to platinum if you're a trophy hunter.
Yeah, the only difficult thing about platinum is probably the online stuff, because not many people play the online.
That's true, yeah. But anyway, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and let us know in the comment section what game you want to see us review.
We're getting fucking good at that.